What's going on, Pats Nation? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Pats Talk Patriots podcast. Hope y'all doing all right out there today. So if y'all couldn't hear me when I first got on, man, good afternoon to y'all. Good late afternoon to y'all, man. We do have a little bit to talk about tonight. We're done with the Patriots and Steelers recap. We're not going to talk no more about that game. That game is done, almost a week old. It's time to move on to the Chiefs this week, man. I'm going to get into the Chiefs a little bit here shortly. But I do want to recap a little bit, a few storylines from the Patriots today. I know there was like a report. Well, Malik Cunningham got claimed. The Baltimore Ravens signed him off the Patriots practice squad, so he's a part of the Baltimore Ravens. He's back with Lamar Jackson. They were together at Louisville for a little bit, short time. I think Lamar last year, there he was there. They was together there, so he got signed by a good team in the Ravens, a good place where he can really like they could work on him as a quarterback. He can grow there. He didn't have the opportunity here with the Patriots to do anything, so I think it's a good thing that the Baltimore Ravens picked up Malik Cunningham. I just didn't think he was going to flourish here. Not to say he's a bad quarterback. I think we was trying him out more as a wide receiver. We never gave him an opportunity to play quarterback. And the few opportunities that we did give it to him in the preseason against the Texans, he looked okay. He definitely gave the team a spark, but it never came to fruition with the team this year. It was always a two-man quarterback battle between Matt Jones and Bailey Zappi. Malik Cunningham was never in the mix. He was never really into the mix, man. So it really was never a thing. I know the fans clamored for him a lot, but it never really came to fruition with this team. And I think with the Baltimore Ravens, he has a good opportunity and like playing some games there. If Lamar gets hurt, I'm sure he's probably going to be the third or fourth string there. They do have I forgot they backup they do got, but they got a couple quarterbacks that's similar to Lamar Jackson. So I just don't think he's going to be in a similar situation that he was here with the Patriots. But I just think they're going to give him more of an opportunity, like in practice, to be kind of like the next coming of Lamar, to be a quarterback. I think Baldwin will give him that opportunity to do that. That's how I feel about that situation. So I just feel like a lot of fans clamored for him a lot, but he was never going to be anything than the third or fourth string here. I really feel for the Patriots. I don't think he was nowhere near better than Mac Jones. I know how Mac Jones played bad this year. I don't even think he's Bailey Zappi. I know we activated him a couple of times this season, but we never did anything with him. We saw him and when we was in Las Vegas for a couple of plays, and that was it. Didn't do anything, and then we was in desperate need of someone. We did have him then, so I don't think us losing Malik Cunningham is really going to have any bearing on what the team's going to look like the rest of this year and into the future. I'm just kind of glad it's over with, and now a lot of the fans can stop clamoring for it because Malik Cunningham, we probably know what he is. He was undrafted for a reason. He said, I don't think he's a starting quarterback in this league. Now, I'm not going to say I know that for sure because we really haven't seen him play quarterback like that, but he was undrafted for a reason. We tried him out at wide receiver for a reason, not because we thought he was a pretty good quarterback. So sometimes you just got to look at things for what it is, and that's the Malik Cunningham story. So he is no longer part of the New England Patriots. I know today it was a report that came out that the decision has already been made on Bill Belichick. I think Tom Curran for NBC Sports Boston said something about that. The decision had already been made that Bill Belichick will not be back. I think you got to take that with a grain of salt. We don't know nothing. Tom Curran, he's a Patriots reporter. So he might have a little bit of intel, but until you hear it from the Adam Schefters of the world and the Ian Rappaports, those guys like that, you can't really just take it with a grain of salt. Don't really believe none of the news you hear right now. We have 3 more weeks in the season. After this week, we got 3 more games. We got Kansas City on Sunday. Then we go to Denver. Then we go to Buffalo. Then we're back home for the Jets. So If the decision's already made, then it's made. But I think these next few weeks, you're really going to know a lot about what is going to go, how this team comes out and play. Because I think the Patriots are going to be competitive against the Chiefs. I know the Chiefs are coming off two bad losses, but I think they're going to come out fired up. And I think the Patriots are too. They haven't had a little bit extra time off to prepare for Kansas City with them playing last Thursday night against the Steelers. I think when they go to Denver, Denver ain't been boat racing up. They've been playing better since they got blown out by Miami and lost. Got 70 points put on them. But I don't think nobody's scared of Denver like that. I think they could be a hot team getting to the playoffs. But I think that's a game that the Patriots, they play a decent game, they can hang with Denver. Denver's not killing nobody. They're winning games, I think, in spite of Russell Wilson. They got a good defense in the running game. I don't think Russell Wilson's lighting the world on fire. So I think that's a game that the Patriots, they can hang together, get tight for a quarter, get here. Who knows what happened? I think Buffalo fighting for a playoff spot. I think Buffalo will beat us that second time. We're not going to sweep Buffalo. We're not gonna beat Buffalo twice in 1 year. But I think that'll be another tough game, divisional game. Then we already know about the Jets. We done beaten them, 15, 16, maybe 17 straight times. That's gonna be a tough one. Zach Wilson played good this past week against the Houston Texans. I think that's gonna be a good game. And I think it's gonna come down to that final game to where the Patriots are picking in the draft. Right now we're picking at number 2. So number 1 is the Bears, which was Carolina, but that's the Bears pick. Then it's the Patriots, and then it's the Cardinals, and then it's Washington. Okay, strength of schedule right now, we're ahead of the Cardinals and Washington. Interesting. Cardinals got San Francisco 49 this week. Let's just go ahead and they're probably going to lose that game. Let's just say that Washington playing the Rams is at LA. Rams look real good against Baltimore this past week, but I think that's a coin toss game because the Rams haven't played the best this year. They've lost some game that they shouldn't have lost. So who knows about that game? So I think worst case scenario, we're probably looking at the like a top 3 pick. Definitely, you're 100% gonna be top 5. But I think worst case scenario, probably looking at picking 3, number 3, maybe 4. Let's just say we win against the Jets. We probably. It just depends on how those teams that surround us do. I think the Cardinals have another game they possibly can win. I think Washington, they got a game or two they probably can win. Dallas probably be resting their starters on the last week of the season. So I think the Patriots are sitting pretty good right there, and they're in a good spot. I don't think the Panthers are going to win no more games. So their number 1 pick is already locked up, and that's going to the Bears. Now, what they do, because Fields is playing better, he just beat the Lions. He could have beat the Lions a couple weeks ago. They're playing a lot better. Bears probably won't go quarterback. So even with that number 1 pick, they might go Marvin Harrison. And then when we on the board, it might be 2 quarterbacks that we probably can pick right there. Caleb Williams and Drake May could still possibly be on the board. So it's kind of like having a number 1 overall pick. So it's going to be very interesting to see what happens there. It really is, and I can't wait, man. We only got 3 more weeks of this season. 3 more weeks of Patriot football. Including this week, that's 4 more games. I'm ready for it to get over with, man. I'll be so ready when it gets over with, man. It's been a long season. It's been a disappointing season, to say the least. It really has. I think we're probably going to finish with probably 2 or 3. Well, we got 3 wins. Probably going to finish. We might beat the Jets, maybe. That's a huge maybe. But this week, we got a huge Kansas City Chiefs. We got a heated Kansas City Chiefs team that's coming in New England this Sunday. And this game has the making of it getting ugly real quick. And I know Mahomes and that Chiefs offense haven't been the Chiefs offense in the past. Travis Kelce's getting older. Teams have started to take him away. You got, I think they're doing a couple in Isaiah Pacheco. Maybe he's back this week. They don't have nobody at wide receiver, really. Rasheed Rice, I like him out of SMU. He's probably their second lead receiver. Marquez Valdez-Scantling drops too many balls. Sky Moore, Richie James, Tony. They got a lot of just guys. But other than that, it's just Travis Kelce or Patrick Mahomes making a miraculous play. That's what the Chiefs want to do. And I'm going to get into that game deeply tomorrow. But that's really what it is. You take Kelce away, and it's Kelce or Mahomes make a crazy play or bust. That's it. They don't have nobody else, and they drop a lot of balls. So I'm going to get into that game a lot tomorrow. But in terms of this Patriots team, I think this year, Trent Brown made some interesting news today. He commented on I think Malik Cunningham Instagram post when he got picked up by the Ravens. and he made a post and said, "Go flourish where your skills are respected or something like that. Where people vary your skills or something. There's something I gotta bring the post up, but he said something like that. I don't think Trent Brown comes back next year. I think that all about season, man. Then when he's on the field, he's been okay, but he's a liability, man. You can't really depend on Trent Brown. And I said, like, I think you got to replace Trent Brown. You can't depend on nobody like that. You got to pay them, get them a raise, but just for them to play good. You don't need nobody like that. Go out in the draft, get you a young left tackle, yeah, get a young left tackle, and be done with Trent Brown. The whole Trent Brown experiment. That's what I would do. I mean, there's no point of bringing him back. It ain't. If y'all just checking in here on Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, and whatnot, subscribe to the channel down there. Follow me on IG. Follow me on Twitter. Also, Cash App is down there if you would like to support the stream. I greatly appreciate it. But I think we got to move on from Trent Brown. We got to get another left tackle. I think you re-sign Michael Wynn. You pay him the right tackle, pay him to be your right tackle, and you go out in free agency, sign a left tackle, or you go out in free agency and sign a left tackle, or you draft one in the second round of the draft or whatnot. I think that's what you do if you're the Patriots, because it's tough to replace both. So you got to keep probably Michael Wynn. I'm not bringing Trent Brown back, man. I've been off that Trent Brown. I just don't see bring him back for what. I don't see no reason for bringing Trent Brown back. I feel like he's more problem than he's worth, even when he's on the field. That's how I've always felt about Trent Brown. So I don't think you bring Trent back. You just move on from it. That's how I feel about it. He said you can find you another left tackle. I think you can. You got to find your blind side to protect your quarterback, and I think the Patriots will do that. But yeah, just want to come on tonight, talk a little bit about the Patriots, man. Some of the latest storylines going on with the team. It's not a whole lot going on, but we do have a few things going on. The Trent Brown, Malik Cunningham, Trent Brown. Um, Still talking about the Steelers a little bit, not much. I'm kind of already over that game. Bailey Zappi was cooking in the first half. You see my post, what I said. He was cooking in, kind of came back to earth the second half. Um, there was some good games last night. The Giants. Oh yeah, before I get off, the Giants winning last night against the Green Bay Packers, and the Titans beating the Miami Dolphins. The Giants won at home and the Titans won on the road. That's big for the Patriots draft position because those were four. We know why those were 4-win teams. Now both of those teams are 5-win teams. The Jets winning, Jets, Giants. Let's see, Jets, Giants. Who else won this past weekend? Jets, Giants, Tennessee. Those teams that were 4 wins, that one that really helped the Patriots out. So I think with the Patriots not playing this weekend, they really kind of won because they get like those teams that they were 4-win teams. Now they're kind of separating themselves from the pack. Gives the Patriots a little more cushion. They got a lot more cushion now. So if they did want to win a game here or there, not telling them to do that, but if they did want to, it really wouldn't help them. Really wouldn't hurt them. So the Patriots are now sitting in a good spot right now in terms of draft position, a real good spot. So everybody was wondering about, oh, if they win against the Steelers, it's going to hurt. No, it's not. It didn't hurt the pick. It did not hurt the pick at all. The Patriots are still picking number 2. They're picking 2, and I think worst case scenario, they're going to have a top 3, 4 pick. So the Patriots are still in the same position they were before the Steelers game. They still in the same position. That's real good for the Patriots. That's very good. The Titans winning, the Giants winning, the Jets winning. The weekend couldn't have went no better for the New England Patriots. Cardinals coming off a bye this week. They got the Niners. Let's just go ahead and chalk that down. They're going to lose that game, probably more than likely. So even if the Cardinals lose and we lose, I think we still stay right there at 2. The only way we'll move draft is if we win another game. I don't see us beating Kansas City. Don't see us beating Buffalo. Denver, who knows? But I don't see us beating Denver. The Jets is probably the only game. So you're probably going to end the season probably with 4 wins. That's good in terms of the draft. Drake may declare for the draft yesterday, which I said on my previous stream. He declared for the draft. Good for Drake May. And I sent a couple of mocks out. I think Dan Bugler, he does a pretty good job on the draft. He said that he's mocking Drake May to the Patriots with the number 2 overall pick, as we currently speak right now. So for us, in order for us to get the number 1 overall pick, Carolina might have to win a couple more games. They probably had to win 2 out of their next 4. And I think they got Tampa, Atlanta. They got Tampa, Atlanta, Green Bay, and Jacksonville. So they're probably no. I don't think that happened. And if it's any 2 games they'll win, it will probably be Atlanta and probably Tampa. I don't see it happening. If you waiting on that, it ain't gonna happen. Because they definitely not beating Jacksonville and not beating Green Bay. I know Green Bay lost last night to the Giants, but that Giants ain't got nothing on it. Carolina's a bad football team. I seen them play Sunday against the Saints. Just the self-inflicted one, like they're a bad team, man. If you thought the Patriots were bad, Carolina's worse. Carolina's a bad football team. Very bad. Oh, good, real look. I just think like we're probably it's the best for what we got going on right now. We got a number 2 overall pick right now. That's good for the Patriots. Very good. I don't think you can't really ask for no more than that right at this junction time right now for the team. You can't ask for more. That's good. So we just gonna have to see where that pick goes, man. We just gonna have to see. Tomorrow night when I hop on, I will be talking a lot about breaking down the Chiefs and the Patriots matchup this Sunday at 1 o'clock on Fox. I'm gonna do a deep dive on that. Might have a special guest on, might not. Haven't really confirmed nothing yet, but I will do a real deep dive of the Chiefs game tomorrow night on my live stream. I'm gonna try to get on about 7:30 Eastern tomorrow night. So make sure y'all check me out. Like I said, if y'all just checking in, y'all gonna check in later on the YouTube down there. Make sure please subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to me. You watching me right now on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to it. Our Instagram, Ken_Pat Stalk. Follow me there. Follow me on Twitter. Also, my cash out, money sign Kendall Whitley, done right there. If you want to support the stream, you can. If you do not have to, but I really appreciate it, man. Just want to hop on for a little bit tonight. Talk a little bit about a recap these Monday night football games, draft position, and some of the latest Patriots news. I will be back tomorrow night at 7:30 Eastern. Make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and make sure you share it, man. I appreciate y'all joining me tonight. Y'all have a good one, Pats Nation. Salute.